Tootsie crowd, not a Tootsie crowd.
It's deep with them, within them, I should say. Guys, just heads up, we are going to open this up to an audience Q&A, not quite yet, but we will. So just be ready, have your questions formulating in your brain, make sure they are excellent ones. I see a hand, I will come to you when it is time, not quite yet. For now, I would like to ask them some questions myself. They gave me the mic, so I'm going to pretend like I'm in control. Guys, the thing that I love about Hazbin Hotel is that when you try to explain it to anyone who maybe hasn't watched it before, it feels like a Mad Libs of a show. Like you could just throw out and it's like, oh, and also there's a porn star even, and there's all the there's a bunch of different things. Does it ever stop feeling that way to you when you get the scripts?
That's a great question. We so very often don't get the scripts that we're not in, the episodes that we're not in. So we have to fill in a lot of blanks in our own imagination when it comes to the story. Which is why when the shows come out, we're so excited to actually see what the hell's happening, literally what the hell is happening. So we're just as excited for season 3 as you guys are.
Has there been anything that is, and Lilli, I'll come to you on this, has there been anything that is truly, genuinely shocking? When you finally saw it, you were like, oh, we're doing this.
Yeah, every scene in season 2 that I wasn't in, that I Because when I'm reading the scripts, I'm like, blah, 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 my line, blah, 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 my line. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, a lot of it I didn't know. I didn't know backstories. I didn't know, ships. Is that what they call them?
Yes. They're called chips. And then Joel, for you, I want to ask you, you famously improvised your line from fucking Florida. When we talk about being surprised at what ends up in the final cut, how much improv is there? How much of it actually makes it in? Do you guys really get to play around in the booth?
It kind of depends from person to person. I feel like when I think Valentino was a character that they were still sort of figuring out when I first started recording, because even him being Latino and having speaking Spanish and stuff wasn't really written to the script. That was something I just kind of started peppering in, and then Viv was like, "Ooh, I like that. Let's do more of that." And so I feel like with me, I've been able to improvise a lot. I think they usually take a lot of the stuff that I do, which is so fun. And I also feel like it's slightly rewired my brain in that I think horrible things now that I never used to think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Never. No, I was a good Christian boy.
Well,
My parents have not seen the show.
Has there been any that didn't make it that you really wish could have? That any
Oh, I
of those
don't
comments?
remember. I kind of go into a weird fugue state. I just say a lot of random stuff, and then I sort of leave the booth, and I'm like, what just happened? And then 2 years later, the show comes out, and I'm like, whoa, I did say all those horrible things. Nice.
So it's like Mad Libs, and then it becomes a fever dream. You just
100%. Because it's truly we record the show, and then it's so much time between when we record it and then when we also don't memorize the scripts. So it's the script is in front of us. So there's
You don't?
Do you? It never quite goes into my long-term memory. So I'm always just like, what fresh hell am I doing today?
Christian is out here being word perfect on every single episode.
That's right.
That's right.
Christian, I want to ask you, I would love to talk about Hazbin Hotel live, the live experience that you guys do.
Speaking of
Word
memories,
perfect.
Hoisted on my own petard. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go broad with this one because it's not often that a show gets to do a live experience, whether it's a musical show or not, and especially an animated show. And you get to go and you get to perform. And you are your character, yes, because you have to be in character, but you also get to be you and interacting with these incredible people in these incredible cosplays, singing along with you. I need to know just how that experience was for you. Is this something that you're craving more of?
I think we all had an amazing time doing it. I think it was kind of proof of concept for them to maybe decide. I don't know any information, so I'm just making shit up right now. But I think it would be a good idea for them to do more Hazbin live concerts. We all had a great time. On a strongly worded email. We'll see if it happens. But the one of the things that I love so much about the show is that it's chock-a-block with Broadway talent. And so they knew that they had this stable of people that was able to throw together a show. We had like one day of rehearsal, and then we got into the theater, and there was like camera blocking and all these cranes and stuff, and it was very like, and it was our premiere for season 2. So we had to get into our little like spangly live costumes, then get out of our spangly live costumes and get into our like red carpet looks, and then do like a red carpet thing, and then get back into our spangly costumes. It was a lot of adrenaline. It was like a lot of, and the whole time I had my lyrics like in my head on a loop, and then I got out there and everybody was in cosplay, and I messed up. I blew my lyrics, and we had to do it again at the end of the night.
But the good news is you were able to move on. You didn't internalize it. You're not hanging
No,
on.
no, I'm not hanging on to it. No.
This is the first time he's talked about it.
Hey, don't bring it up!
When you get, wait, this is a question, like when you're in a show, are you aware of the audience? Like, are you watching
Hell
the
yeah,
audience? Are you
absolutely.
Like, aware? So the most bizarre thing about doing this Broadway live show was that the audience was full of cosplayers. So when you're normally in a show, like you're just like, if you look out into the audience, you just see like people dressed up. Maybe they're out for a nice night out in the theater. But this was just like, you look out
Like
into
horns.
Yeah, it was like a Valentino cosplayer. It was so distracting. I would have gotten so distracted.
It psyched me out too, because I knew that they knew the lyrics better than I did. Did they help? No, they did not.
That's the pop star thing, right? You just hand them the mic and...
I asked them for their help. And to be fair, I think a few people tried to shout it out, but by that point, that ship had sailed.
Well, it's funny that you say to write some strongly worded emails to get more live Hazbin events, because we just had your wonderful co-star Keith David on the stage like 15 minutes ago.
Smelled good up here.
Yeah, and he was stressing the importance of making your voice heard. I hope some of you were in the room for that Make Your Voice. So again, the lesson from today, write your representatives, call your senators, ask for more Hazbin Hotel live events. Well, yeah, I want to come to you because the fun thing about Velvet, I shouldn't say the fun thing, one of the fun things, because she's very fun all around, it's a fun show, but she has layers, figuratively and literally.
Yeah, she's an onion.
She's an onion, and I want to know what has been the most satisfying layer to peel back on her.
Ooh, the most satisfying layer. Oh, okay.
I'd love to know the layers that you have.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think I know.
Oh, do you?
Wow.
Maybe you should answer for me. What do you think?
No.
Do you want to
No, I could never.
mansplain?
As a feminist,
You want to know.
I would never speak for you, but I'd love to hear what you have to
Okay,
say.
all right. You know what?
As
I'm
a
getting upset,
strong
and I think we should move
black
on.
woman.
I guess next question.
Next question.
What was the most satisfying layer of Valentino, right?
Yeah, we really want to. What do you think? The thing, the most satisfying layer of Valentino is his lack of layers. He barely wears clothes. Whenever I watch the show, I'm always like, what the fuck is he wearing? In Hazbin Guarantee, when he's just like sprawled on a bar with his like nipple chain. I'm like, what is happening? You don't see that. Like
They just copy what you wear in the booth, and they're like, well, thank you for the inspiration.
It was private. I didn't realize yeah. So we don't get to know what the characters are going to look like. So it's always a really fun treat to watch. Like, what is he wearing? I love it.
Then you gotta stand by it though, right? You gotta be
Yeah.
like, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's hell yeah.
The print is. No chance.
Guys, I fear where this is gonna go if I ask any more questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let the audience take over from here. There are mics on either side. Feel free to line up.